Weightlifting was my favorite. Weightlifting was the first thing that I want to make sure that you know is to eat things that you enjoy. You don't want to be in the middle of your journey or just weeks into your journey and ready to give up because you're forcing yourself to eat things that you don't like. You want to, like I said in a previous video, you want to make sure that you're doing things that you can do for a long period of time. So of course that means the food. That's always the hardest part of everyone's journey. So eat things that you like. That does not mean go out and eat a bunch of junk, because trust me, you will make the biggest mistake if you do that. Eating those type of foods will put the foods where you don't want them. We always say you can't control where you gain weight, but if you eat the right things and work out while you're gaining your weight, you will be able to kind of control where you grow, so to speak. So I have some notes here that I made for myself. I will be looking at them to make sure that I don't forget anything. And even with my notes, I hope that I didn't forget anything. But these things are the main things that helped me while I was on my weight gain journey. So I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I'm not a nutritionist telling you to eat these things. Throughout your journey, you're going to have to figure out what works for you. Mine was trial and error. I started in 2017 for the second time. This time I actually stuck with it. The first time I started, I was only with it for about a year, and I didn't change my eating habits. I just ate whatever I wanted to eat, and I wondered why I wasn't getting the results that I was aiming for. But you can do trial and error like I did. In my opinion, doing that kind of helps you learn a lot more through the process, because you're the one that's having to do all the, well, if you do it correctly, that is. But you can do trial and error, or you can just hire a trainer if you don't want to go through all of the in-between things that I went through. My body changed a few times because I played with how I looked throughout the process. I would get to one place and decide, no, I don't want to do that. I would get to another place and decide, oh, okay, I like this, but let me see if I could do this. So my look has changed a few times throughout the process. I have lost, in this 3 years, I lost weight like 3 times. It was the most annoying thing ever, but I mean, it happened. I lost it and I got it back. Life happens, things happen. And for some reason, when I lost weight in this process, I gained it back quickly, maybe over like 2 or 3 weeks. And I guess that's because my body knew the process that it had been in before. When they say muscle memory is a thing, it is really a thing. So I've rambled enough. Let's get into what I have my notes on. I already covered the first thing. Like I said, eat the foods that you enjoy. The second thing is you need to eat in a caloric surplus. So that just means you need to eat more calories than you're burning in a day. The easiest way to make sure that you're eating enough is to download an app that tracks your calories. I used MyFitnessPal when I first started. Over time, I stopped using it because at that point I was kind of able to eye what I needed to eat every day. But most of the time I notice when you use MyFitnessPal, it kind of puts everybody around the same amount of calories. I did it and it put me, I think, around between 23 and 2,500 calories. That was not enough for me. So I added 500 to that. That was enough for me to gain, to get to where I am today. So they're probably going to put you, depending on your goal, around the same weight. And I would reckon you can start there, but you're probably going to eventually end up going up in your calories. If it's easier for you to not feel like you're stuffing yourself all the time, just gradually add to your calories so that you're not, you know, feeling like a blimp all day long. But So that was that. And the third one is kind of crunched in there too. That one was figure out how many calories you need to gain. That's something that you will, like I said, have to do gradually. If it gives you 2,300 or 2,400 calories as your weight gain number, and you notice after a while, okay, this isn't working for me, I'm not really gaining, because maintenance is normally around 2,000. So I don't feel like 23 or 2,400 calories is gonna, like, in the long term, you're not gonna, this is an opinion. So don't come for me. It didn't work for me. Let's just say that. 23, 24, 25 did not work for me, because 2,000, like I said, is maintenance. Another thing about tracking your calories, I've noticed with people that I've worked with, is most people, when you tell them, oh, you need to eat a lot more in order for you to gain, everybody gives me the same answer. They always say, oh, I eat a lot. And every time I track their calories for them to see, okay, tell me what you ate today, or tell me what you've eaten over the last week, daily, so that I can see around what you eat as far as your calories. It is always, 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 always well under what they need to eat. Normally it's around half of what they need to eat, around 1,500 calories. You will never, you're not even maintaining at that point, you're just eating or whatever. And it's because people eat, oh, well, I ate this, well, I ate that, well, I ate this. I eat all day long. I don't know why I'm not gaining. I eat so much. And when you calculate their stuff, it's like, oh, that was only 100 calories. Oh, that was only 50 calories. Oh, that was so they're struggling all day long eating these things, and they're not adding up to anything. So that is the most important thing when I say about paying attention to your food. One of the most important things is tracking your calories, and then not eating crap. I'm not doing this video based on what I ate to gain, because I don't eat meat and dairy. And let me tell you, when I started my journey, I was extreme. And it worked for me because of the type of personality I have. I knew that once I said, I'm not going to eat this, 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 or this, because I want to look like this, I knew that I would get there, and I knew that I would be okay taking those foods out. Like, when I say extreme, I mean I stopped everything the same time. January 17th, 2017. I remember it like it was yesterday. I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating dairy. I stopped eating bread. I stopped eating sweets. Like, I stopped eating anything that was not fruits, vegetables, beans, potatoes, things like that. And I stuck with that. Oh my God. I know it's been most of my journey, 2 years or more. I started back eating bread. I don't eat meat or dairy still. Sweets, every now and then I may eat like a couple of Oreos, or because they are vegan, if you guys didn't know, but like little things like that. I don't have a sweet tooth, so when I eat those 2 Oreos and I chase those 2 Oreos with milk, it's like it's extreme. My tongue gets like, sugar's just, it's really, really sweet when I eat them. So I try to not eat them because they make me feel, they're just really sweet to me. So anyways, I'm rambling again. The next thing you should do is set an alarm for eat times. Now, this is probably something that you won't have to continue doing, but just like the tracking your calories through the app in the beginning, you will need to set an alarm. I know it may sound crazy to some people, but trust me, it works, because you will be, especially if you're busy, on a regular work day, you're going through work. Most people do not think about eating if you're busy. So you need the alarm to wake you, hey, it's time for you to eat. I would say every 3 hours or whatever, set the alarm for it to go off to remind you. You breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between. There are things that you can eat that are really high calories in your snacks, but you should, like I said before, I'm not basing this video on what I eat, because I eat really healthy. Everybody is not on the same journey as far as food that I am, so you don't have to, like I said, this video is not going to be based on what I eat. This is just going to be based on what you can eat, or how to gain weight your way, not my, like, not not specifically my way, just, it's a combination of both. So yeah, that makes sense. But so the next thing is get you a protein shake and a creatine. I recommend that you get a creatine. I have two. I have a creatine with no flavor, and then I have a creatine that tastes like green apple. And I use both of them. I put the creatine with no flavor in my shake, and then I put the other, and I drink the other one, you know, whenever, because it tastes like a very sweet juice, green apple. But so I do use both of those. I got the one with no flavor, I think it's called 6 Star. I got that one from Walmart, and then the other one, I think it's the Ghost brand. I got it from GNC. So yeah, and then the protein, you can choose whatever protein that you like. I normally go for the ones that have higher calories per scoop, like the proteins that have the, let's say it'll be 100 and something calories, or 2 something or 3 something in one scoop. I don't go for those proteins because I like to drink a high calorie protein, because I incorporate those calories with the rest of what I have to eat throughout the day. And normally when I make my shake, I take it up a notch. If you guys haven't seen that video, I do have a video on my channel. It's a 1500 calorie weight gain shake. So if you hadn't watched that one, be sure to watch that one after you watch this video. The next thing is weightlifting. My favorite part of this video. Like I said, I started my journey in 2017, and previously I had a little short stint for like a year in the gym before. Throughout this whole journey, weightlifting was it for me. Like, that was what made me really love this whole journey. I mean, I had to teach myself how to use the machines when I first started. So like I said, I did that for a year, teaching myself how to use the machines by reading the little, you know how on the machines they have the little pictures, and then they have some sentences telling you whatever they tell you. I don't even remember anymore what to, I guess, how to use the machine. But I know there's a few different things on them, but I would read those to see how to use the machine. You look at the pictures to see what muscle it was working, which is perfect for someone starting, because when you are trying to figure out how to use the machines, especially in the beginning and throughout your whole journey, you will really need to pay attention to mind muscle connection. So starting off, and if you say, okay, this machine works this muscle, so I need to make sure when I'm doing this workout that I feel it there, you're making sure that you're thinking about it, you're feeling it exactly where they're supposed to say, where they're saying that it's supposed to work, to make sure that you're working the right muscle. So I did that throughout my whole time working out for that year. And over time, you of course don't have to even pay attention to that. You get on a machine, you figured out what it is, and before you know it, you're just going. And that's how I did my first year. And then sometime within that first year, I think, I started working out with a friend of mine. So we just worked out together. And then I stopped. I already knew what to do. So I just jumped in head first, like I did the first time, really, and started doing what I had to do. But at this point, I had been studying, I had been researching, so I knew a lot more than what I knew the first time I started working out. So I was able to change this time. Like I said, the first time I changed a little, but not enough. But I didn't gain any weight the first time. This time I gained, you ready for this? 50 pounds. Yes, I did. Gained 50 pounds. So I'm proud of myself, because it was not easy. It was not an overnight thing. I never did want to give up, so I can't be one of those people that say, oh, I wanted to give up, I did it. No, I never wanted to give up, because I knew I did not want to be 120 pounds for the rest of my life. And people are always like, oh girl, you'll gain that weight, it'll come. Have you had a child yet? Yes, I have a child. Oh girl, it'll come. Wait till you hit 30 years old. Excuse me, I'm 37. Well, now. At the time I wasn't, but I mean, it was just 3 years ago. So I was still over 30 years old, and people are always trying to give you reasons as to why you will, or just give it time, or reasons why you'll gain weight. And it's like, stop doing that to people. People get offended. You can't call somebody, talk about someone's weight when they're trying to lose weight, because God forbid. But they think that it's okay to talk about your weight when you're skinny. I just do not understand that. Just because we're skinny does not mean that it's okay for you to talk about our weight. We don't like it. Just like you may not like being the weight that you are. We do not like it. People, stop doing that. Like, when I was I would laugh it off and just be like, it's so funny. And at the same time, I'm like, just, you just have to keep your mouth shut and just take it. It is not right. We don't want to hear, oh, it's just because of your age, or wait until you have a child, or oh, just eat some ice cream and some cookies, it'll come, or just eat this or this, it'll come, or just eat and then go to sleep, it'll come. It does not come for everybody. Everybody does not have the same metabolism. We are all different. Our bodies are built different. Genetics are different. That stuff has nothing to do with gaining weight when you're a hard gainer. First of all, who's going to eat enough ice cream throughout the day to gain that kind of weight? Like, it's insane. Well, I couldn't, but it's not going to stick. And then when you do gain it, it's gonna be in your stomach, and then before you know it, you'll be skinny with a fupa. So no, if you're seeing this video and you're not on a weight gain journey, please stop telling people that. It is so disrespectful. Like, we hate it. Enough about my rant. So the next thing is, oh yeah, no, back to weightlifting. Sorry. So, oh my God, I went way off subject with that. So back to weightlifting. So you need to, like I said, you need to lift weights. And there are ways for you to, grow your muscles or change your muscles. There's different ways for you to do it. But the number one way for you to do it without you having to dig deep and turn into a trainer trying to figure out the other ways of doing things is to just lift heavy. I know people probably say it all the time. Maybe you haven't heard it, but lifting heavy weights will help you to gain. It will help you to grow. Anytime you're putting stress on your muscles like that, your muscles have to readjust to whatever you just lifted. So you're lifting this weight that your muscles aren't used to lifting. It's like, oh God, this girl's crazy. Okay, we have to repair ourselves. And every time you do that, they're repairing themselves throughout that process. So lift heavy. And anytime you're like, oh, I've been doing that, it doesn't hurt anymore, I'm good, I know I can do that, I can knock that out. It's time for you to change it. You need to be gradually changing your weight, going up. I try, at this point, I will go up on my weight every single day. I'm not even gonna lie. I push myself so hard when I'm working out. But you can start, when starting off, go up weekly, 5 pounds. You'd be surprised how much 5 pounds would make a difference on your weightlifting. Or if you feel like, okay, that's too light, 10 pounds. Okay, but don't go up or push yourself so much that you will hurt yourself in the end, because then now you got to stop, so there won't be any results coming anywhere. So just gradually take your weight up. And another thing, do not cheat yourself. Do not even start this process if you feel like you're going to go in and cheat yourself, because you're wasting time and money. I'm just going to say it. Don't do it. If you're not ready, just sit and be skinny until you're actually ready to put in the time and the work and the effort that is going to be needed to go through this process, because it is not going to be easy, and you need to be patient. Be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up because, oh, I weighed myself last month, I've only gained 5 pounds. Fine. That's 5 pounds you didn't have before. Be patient. Do not do this to the point where you'll be making yourself sick. Because I promise you, If you stress about it, we know what stress does to a skinny body. If you stress about it, that's it. You can hang up those little 5 pounds you just gained because they're gone now. Like overnight, when it probably took you a month to gain them. So the next thing is you need to increase your complex carbs, healthy fats, and your protein. If you do the app, MyFitnessPal, like I said before, and put in the things that you eat throughout the day, it also calculates your macros for you, which is those things. So that'll kind of take it from you having to figure those out if you're going to follow the app, you know, to the T. Spoken that already. And research. I do want to tell you, you're going to need to do some kind of research. I mean, even if that is watching videos on YouTube of people bulking or doing weight gain, or people like workout videos, watch those videos on YouTube. They help. I mean, come on, let's be real. You're on here watching this video of me talking about my weight gain journey or how to gain weight. YouTube is life. It is. I mean, it helps with everything. But do your research. Read. Go through the body. Learn the muscle groups. If you're trying to grow your legs, yeah, that'll be the next conversation. Learn the muscle groups so that you can say, oh, okay, you know, this is the workout that I need to do to grow this muscle. This is the workout that I need to grow this muscle. This, you know, etc., etc. But one thing I do want to say, when you're trying to gain, for the ones that are saying, I only want to gain weight in my butt and my legs. Don't do that. Do not do that. Just imagine what you would look like with a muscle butt, muscle in your quads or in your calves, but then the rest of your body just looks regular. The rest of your body is still skinny or still whatever you're going to look like, but the bottom half of your body is like full of muscle and is perfectly conditioned. Like, you look good on the bottom, but the top of your body looks like belongs on someone else's body. Do not do that. You can't do that. When you work out, even if you don't want a big upper body, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be big. Just do not just aim for the bottom. You are going to look crazy. Work out everything. Work your back. Work your arms, work your stuff. Like, all of that stuff goes together. Most women want to be, you know, they want the X shape or the hourglass shape, whatever you guys want to call it. To get that shape, to look like you're, you know, curved in like that, the Coke bottle, those are muscles that you will have to work. You'll have to work your bottom. You'll have to work your shoulders and your back and your arm. Like, all of that goes into giving you that hourglass shape. You want a little wider up here, cinched in the waist, wider on the bottom. Those muscles have to be worked. When you work your back, it grows your back a little. So it makes you wider up here. You get it all goes together. You cannot do one without the other. It's crazy, and it wouldn't look good. So work your whole body. Just do it because it looks good. So the next big thing I'm going to tell you is to take pictures. You may be weighing yourself a lot, which you shouldn't do, because at some point you're going to notice that the scale isn't changing. But if you take pictures, you will be able to see every change that your body can make or will be making. The scale will discourage you. Like, you can get on there one day and it may not have moved, but if you look at yourself and then take a picture and look at a picture that you took previously, you'll be able to see that your body is changing, but the scale just isn't changing. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be one of the things that will keep you from getting discouraged. So make sure that you're taking a lot of pictures, and I mean every day if you have to. Most of the time when you're going through your journey, you're gonna get excited. Like, we all get excited. You start, especially when you start to see results, you will see little changes here and there. And no matter how small they are, celebrate the results, because you know that the work that you're putting in is working. So you automatically are probably going to be taking pictures because of that. When you start to look good, you start to feel good. So snap it up, girl, because it is one of the things that is going to really, really help you throughout this process, and to help you to not quit, because you'll know that it's actually working. And so now I think that's all the tips that I have, but I am going to give you guys some things that you can do, well, some things that you could eat in your process of gaining that maybe you look over. I only grabbed a few things. Some of them I do eat and some of them I don't, but I just grabbed some things that I knew were quick that you could use that are high calorie foods. But you do need to, like I said, please do not make your journey a journey of eating junk, because you will be very disappointed when you start to see where that stuff will go, and it's not gonna make you happy. I can guarantee you that. And so yeah, back to what I was saying. So one of the easiest things is peanut butter. Most people love peanut butter. For you that don't love peanut butter, sorry. Because it is so easy. Like this peanut butter, if you eat 2 tablespoons of this peanut butter, it is 210 calories. How easy is it for you to eat 2 tablespoons of this peanut butter? You can literally scoop that and eat it while you're just walking through the house. So that's that one. And then the next one is these Jif to go. These Jif to go are 200 each cup. They come in cups. It's 8 cups in this pack. Each cup is 250 calories, and the cups are small. So that's a quick and easy 250 calories that you can eat. You can eat them with pretzels, celery sticks, apple slices. So there, I mean, it's easy. Crackers. The next thing is a world favorite, Pop-Tarts. So these Pop-Tarts are for 2 pastries, 370 calories. Quick, easy, and they, I mean, come on, they taste good. The next thing is these peanut bars. These have 9 grams of protein in them also. But one of these bars is 340 calories. It's been so long since I ate these, but I grabbed these because they did have peanuts in them and they are high in calories for 1 bar. So this could be a snack if you don't necessarily want to eat healthy snacks all day long. And when I say health, yeah, because you know, we have, yeah, packaged foods. Most people are like, oh, you shouldn't eat that, but I mean, you eat what you want. Like I said, eat what you enjoy so that you can continue your journey and not have a bad relationship with food. So then there are, I mean, noodles. They are some of the easiest things to get calories from. So if you, I'm not sure how much the regular noodles are in the pack. They may be like 300 some calories. I'm not sure. But this little thing, I grabbed this one because this one had the most out of all of the flavors they had. The other ones were like 400 some calories. But this one is 510 calories for this one packet. So if you eat 2 of these a day, that's 1,000 calories right there for you to knock out. But yeah, so that one is 510. And then this one on this brand is 420 calories. And these are my 2 of my favorites. I literally eat or drink every single day. Banana. Plain old banana. A banana, depending on the size, is around 100 calories. Some of them go a little bit over, but you'll get about 100 calories from a banana. You can eat them by themselves. You can put them on peanut butter toast. You can put them in a shake. I love bananas. They're my favorite. And avocado oil. Oh my goodness. Let me just say, this stuff, this is the brand that I use. Because, you know, some of them do have a flavor. I did buy one once and it had a flavor and I hated it. I did not like the taste. I don't even know what it tasted like. I can't say that it was an avocado flavor. It just had a, I don't know, but I didn't like it. But this is the brand that I use. I swear I have bought, oh my god, so every time I go to the grocery store I buy 2 of these. But this is the fave, and 1 tablespoon of avocado oil is 130 calories. Come on, a tablespoon of this, 130 calories. Do you know how easy it is? And this one has no flavor, so you can mix this in anything. But my favorite thing to do, also, if you saw my 1500 calorie weight gain shake video, is to mix this avocado oil in my protein shake. It does not change the flavor. It does not do anything but add calories and healthy fats to your shake. I mean, how easy is that? And yeah, I put a lot of them in there. A lot of tablespoons. So however many calories you want to add to your shake, beside the other ingredients, that's how many tablespoons of this stuff you add in your shake. It's your shake. So you can put this in your shake, or you can just eat a regular avocado. And a lot of people run from avocado because I don't think a lot of people have tasted them. Because if you've tasted them, then you would know they absorb the flavor of whatever you mix them with. Like, they don't really have a flavor. So if you, like, I love avocado toast, and I'll put sliced tomato on top of it and season the top of my tomato, and that's what it tastes like, the tomato and whatever seasoning you put on the top of it. Like, it doesn't have a flavor. So if you want to slice it up and put it in a salad, or like I said, put it on a toast, or however, if you can find something that you like flavor wise that would mix well with avocado, do it, just for the calories, because it's just gonna take on the flavor of whatever you mix it with. So those are the food examples that I have with me, but I did add some just on paper. I didn't really buy some of these because I only eat 1 of them. So you can use full fat Greek yogurt. It has a lot of calories. Nuts and dried fruit. Oats. I hate oatmeal, but I know it's, yeah. English muffins and granola. Like, these things are just some things that you can add, that you can use to snack on for your calories. Just like when you go grocery shopping, you'll make a habit, or you should make a habit, of paying attention to the calories in the foods that you eat, or foods that you just may like. Just check. You will learn to check the calories on anything, because what you want everything. Because what you don't want to do is make the mistake of eating things that do not have any nutritional value or are not high in calories, because that's just wasted food, wasted calories. You could have replaced that with something else. So now you're going to really feel like you're eating a lot, because not only have you eaten these things over here that are not like for your goals, and now you have to actually eat the things that do go towards your goals. So between the 2 of those, it'll be too much food. So pay attention to what you're eating and the calories in the things that you're eating, so that you'll have a positive outcome at the end of the night. So that's it for my video, guys. If you do have any questions, you can ask me in the comments below, or you can go over to my Instagram and send me a DM, and I will get to your I will try to answer your questions for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope that it will help you on your weight gain journey. Don't be too hard on yourself. The results will come. See you guys in my next video. Really quick, guys, I forgot one of the main things that helped me through my journey. I forgot to tell you guys to meal prep. I did not get where I am today without meal prepping. It saved me so many times. The convenience of having your food already done and everything prepped in a container that you know you have to eat at certain times. It does not get any better than that. If you're hungry, you don't have to run out and eat things that you know you shouldn't be eating. Having that food already there for you, it'll save you so much time and energy. Set aside one day of the week that you can get your foods prepared and prep that day, and you're good for the next 3 to 5 days, however many days you prep for. I do it weekly so that I don't have to worry about food throughout the week.